What's going on, everybody? Stardust Gaming. Um, Back with the second weapon review for the new war weapons. Again, it's been 3 months and tons of millions of people have already done it, but figured I'd throw my 2 cents out there if anybody cares. You know, if you do care, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, even. I don't care. These videos are for your entertainment, my boredom. Hopefully, we can find a middle ground, you know. But we're going to be looking at the Korumm. I think that's how it's said. First, we'll look at base Stature. Notice, like I said in my previous video, it doesn't have a forma. All my weapons do have a catalyst, as far as I know, but they don't carry a forma. I find a catalyst is all you need. All you need. So, let's look at it. Average attack speed 1.0. It is a polearm. It does take polearm stances, specifically Shimmering Blight. Obviously, you can forma out for, say, Twirling Spire or Bleeding Willow. I don't mind Shimmering Blight though. I think it's nice. 2.90 range. That's pretty nice. Slam attack, slide attack, not bad. But here the main section here you want to look at though. Base, you're only doing 260 damage, and it's pretty evenly split across puncture and slash, with a little bit of impact. Really, really great status chance. Amazing critical multiple. 2.2x. I think the highest for what a melee is 2.24 base. I think that, or maybe it's either 2.4 or 3.2, something like that is the highest base crit multiplier. And then you have a 24% critical chance. Not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not. It's all right. One of the reasons it's just all right is one of its main function. Like it's special attack. All the weapons from New War have a special feature. This is my main, I guess, build. Pretty much just dumped it right in the status. Viral heat. Got Boreal Contempt in there. Condition Overload. Jagged Edge. Pressure Point. Prime Pressure Point. Got some status mods. Carnus Mandible. It's not terrible. It's not a completely optimized build, I'd say, but for what its special ability is, I'd say it's pretty damn good. So to simulate these guys, they're not paused on purpose, because I'm hoping they will come over to me. Actually, they won't. So normally, you just be going around attacking or whatever, but what's neat is when you hold your defense, your block, and press E, you kind of do a ground slam that does a nice little explosion and procs really, really well. And I think it does innate electricity damage. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it procs super, super well. And I think it's in a directional. No. Okay, it is in an AoE, not a directional cone like I remembered it being. I mean, it's great for ragdolls. But the only downside to it is the whole, you can't do your block combo. And I see that as a downside. I really do. It's probably the best status staff. Polearm, not staff. Best status staff out there. I just find it's a lot more consistent with what it procs, how it procs. I mean, these are level 155s, and now I'm not using, corrosive against them or nothing. This is literally just a viral heat build, so it's not even, I wouldn't say optimized either. But, I mean, doing hella damage. Is it worth a forma? No. I don't think it's worth a forma. By any means. You know? I'd build it, if I had to build it differently and I did use forma, I'd probably change the stance around. Probably go for Bleeding Willow. Although I do like Shimmering Blight, I'd probably go for Bleeding Willow. Condition Overload is beautiful. Probably add a little bit more crit chance, That way when I hit and I crit, I can, crit like for viral and heat a little bit more often, or maybe even forsake the whole critical chance and just go for critical multiplier. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably go for critical multiplier. Well, why don't you want to work? There we go. So, say throw Organ Shatter in there. That brings up to a 4.2. Let's see. Ah, 2 off. Yeah, see, that's probably where that forma would come in. Maybe another V polarity. Just to get that extra little bit of melee damage in there. Why not? Or maybe even, where is it? Spoiled Strike. That's just straight damage. Buff up your heat and viral up. That wouldn't be too bad. That'd be a great move. Oh, you're just doing more and more damage with your viral and heat. Like I said, my builds aren't optimized by any way. I don't use it. Not enough to, I don't like it even enough to really put a forma on it. They're decent weapons. You don't see anybody running them, but they're decent. I think eventually these might become actually relevant. The special abilities for all the weapons, I think except for the Nadaruk, the melees that came with New War are very iffy. They're not fantastic. I think out of all of them, maybe the Neferi definitely has the best little alt thing going on with it. But they're all very, like, the one for the Neferi makes it kind of slow in its attacks, which kind of sucks. There's a pause. And with the Korumm, you can't slam, you can't block attack, which blows. You know, at least for I think Shimmering Blight. Has a nice little block attack, so it kind of takes that out. But that's fine. I suppose the ground slam that it has, the AoE that it has, it could be useful. It does send enemies flying, so there's a little bit of a stun, you know. But out of 5 stars, maybe a 3. You know, when it comes to pole arms, I could pull up the Orthos Prime. You know, or I think the Broken Scepter is even a pole arm. I think I'd even prefer the Broken Scepter. That's a staff. I don't know why I thought that was a pole arm. But like, it's just, there you go. Guandao Prime. I haven't used it in forever, but I'd still prefer the Guandao Prime over the Korumm. It's just how it is. You know, it does, like the one I have deals nearly like on a crit, what, 4,000 slash? 4,000 slash? You know? Or Orthos Prime. Which by far isn't optimized in any way. I don't think of, yeah, not optimized in any way. I'd still prefer the Orthos Prime. That's just me though. And people might say that my opinions are wrong. Or maybe I should give it a chance by putting some forma in it, but I got no need to. I got no desire to. I got no want to. It didn't speak to me as, hey, you need to put a forma in me. I was like, no, I don't. You know, I needed to put a forma in my serrated Nakata, which isn't fantastic. You know, I mean, look at the parts for it. It's not great. It's not great, but I definitely like it. I really, really like it. The Nakata Prime asked me to put a forma in it. You know, and I wasn't mad about putting the 5 forma it needed for the 10 exec. I was a little upset with the Paracesis. I had a lot of fun with the Hiroto. Had a lot of fun with the Venka. You know, like, yeah, cool, I have fun with my my Beyblade Moab, my Death Scythe, and my Moab Boomerang. You know, but none of those really say that I need a forma in them. You know, because when it comes down to it, it's exactly what it says. It's a Moab, right? I'm not using it for legitimate melee reasons. I'm using it for one thing and one thing only. Exodia Contagion. So it's sitting on the back burner the entire time. All I needed to do is just deal the damage. And with Chroma, I can get this thing doing almost 8 million damage. This one in particular. That's the ribbon I have for it. 27 rolls. I'd say that's a great ribbon to have on it. Get that extra boost and crit chance, you know? But none of these weapons that don't have forma say, hey, you should probably put a forma in me. Not even the Broken War. You know? It's just meh. It's just meh. So yeah, 3 stars out of 5. What would make it 5 stars? I don't know. Change the special on it. Change that special little ability to be a different button, you know, or procced a different way, like on a ground slam. Instead of the way they have it, where you gotta block, then melee. And man, it's slow. Why not do it right there? I mean, it looks like it kind of does a mini one, but this is the one you want. You know, not this. It just doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Yeah, you want to build it for status. I think by far you want to build it for status. It has 24 crit chance. I guess you could build it for a little bit of crit. Throw a critical multiplier in there, sure. But you want to build it for status. It's a status fucking staff. I mean, just doing the slam itself, you know, it's special, does electricity with its sparks. So you have an electric proc, which is a stun. And then on top of that, then you have an explosion, you know, which releases a bunch of status. Releases everything. But if they've changed it just a little bit, I'd give it 5 stars. I'd put a forma in it. But as it is now, Or I don't know, make it a throwable. It's a fucking trident. You're telling me I can't throw the trident? All I can do is spin it above my head and slam it in the ground? Why not? I mean, I know it's not the Scourge Prime or the regular Scourge, you know, it's not a staff gun. So you shouldn't be able to throw it or whatever, but I don't know, I think that'd be sick. Have a throwable spear? You know? And it's not like it's not a Zal, you can't just throw Exodia Contagion on it to make it throwable. This thing would be great if it had a throwable. What if they changed it so when you threw it, wherever it landed, it did that AoE? You know? It'd make it 10 times better. Just give it the same effect as the staff guns and call it a day. I mean, shoot. Same effect as a staff gun, looks cool, does what you should need to do with a trident. Super, super massive amounts of status. Really great critical multiplier. You know, decent critical chance. I mean, it's 24%. It's better than a lot of melees. Let's see. Of course, all of these ones I'm looking at. I mean, it's better than my Serrated Nakana. It has the same amount as the Archititron. Same amount as the Bow Prime. Way more than Broken Scepter. Caddis. Castle War. Ceramic Dagger. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of weapons that have a lot better crit than it. 1% difference. Dark Split Sword is 1% difference. But, I mean, Cronin Prime has less crit chance and less critical multiplier, might I add, than the Korumm, and I'd still probably prefer the Cronin Prime. We won't talk about that weapon. Ever. I don't know. Leave in the comments what you guys think. You know, what's your opinions on it? That's my opinion. I think it's good. It could be better. They could change a lot on it. You know, to just tweak it. just tweak it. Don't need a complete like overhaul. Just move its ability to something else. You know, to somewhere else. And I think it would be an awesome, awesome weapon. Like I said, though, that's just me. Next one's going to be the Nefari, I believe. These are short little videos. These are just literally my review on it, my opinions. You know? So. But yeah. I'll see you guys on the next video about the Nefari. These ones I actually really like. But the combo for it is what gets me on them. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.